Welcome, friend, to Dream Bites, a podcast where the magic of storytelling meets the power of imagination. Each episode is a warm invitation to explore a world unlike any other, carefully crafted to transport you to new realms of wonder. So, find a cozy spot, settle in, and let the friendly voice of our narrator be your guide on this exciting adventure. And now, dear listener, it's time to embark on today's delightful story. Lullabies of Color. Chapter 1. The First Lullaby. In a world where color was nothing more than a distant dream, a young mother named Lily sat beside her baby's crib, her heart filled with hope and wonder. She gazed around the room, longing to fill it with the vibrant hues of love and joy. As her little one began to fuss, Lily started to sing a gentle lullaby. Her voice, soft and soothing, seemed to wrap around them like a warm embrace. With each tender note, something extraordinary began to happen. The once dull room started to come alive, as if awakening from a long, colorless slumber. First, a soft blue crept across the walls, reminiscent of a perfect summer sky. The baby's blanket transformed into a lush green, the color of fresh grass in the springtime. The wooden toys on the shelves took on a warm golden hue, their edges gleaming in the gentle light. Lily watched in awe as her lullaby breathed life and color into the room. She sang on, her voice growing stronger with each passing moment, and the colors danced around them like enchanted butterflies. But as the final notes of the lullaby faded away, Lily's heart grew heavy with realization. In their city, the use of color was strictly forbidden, and she knew she had to keep her magical gift hidden to protect her precious child. As her baby drifted off to sleep, the colors in the room slowly faded back to their original, monochromatic state. Lily carefully tucked the blanket around her little one, silently vowing to always keep them safe and to find a way to bring the beauty of color back into their lives. Deep within her heart, Lily knew that her love for her child held a power greater than any law or restriction. She believed that someday she would find a way to fill their world with all the colors of the rainbow, one secret lullaby at a time. Chapter 2. The Magic Spreads. As the days turned into weeks, Lily continued to sing her secret lullabies, watching with delight as her baby's room burst into a kaleidoscope of colors each night. The soft blues, greens, and golds became their own little wonderland, a place where love and joy reigned supreme. One evening, as Lily's enchanting melody filled the air, she noticed a glimmer of color peeking out from beneath the door. Curious, she tiptoed over and peeked outside. To her amazement, a thin trail of blue was dancing down the street, like a playful ribbon carried by the wind. The next morning, as Lily pushed her baby's stroller to the park, she spotted a group of children gathered around a small patch of green on the sidewalk. They whispered and giggled excitedly, marveling at the bright hue that had appeared overnight, like a tiny flower sprouting in the grey world. As the weeks passed, more and more splashes of color began to pop up throughout the neighborhood. A pink mailbox here, a purple fence there. It was as if the streets were playing a game of hide and seek with the rainbow. The children began to whisper about the mysterious colors, their eyes sparkling with wonder and delight. They made up stories about where the hues might have come from, dreaming of a world where everything was bright and beautiful. Lily smiled as she watched the children play, their laughter ringing through the air like a joyful symphony. She knew that her lullabies were spreading love and happiness, just as she had always hoped. That night, as Lily tucked her baby into bed, she sang her special song once more, filling the room with a dazzling array of colors. She knew that the world outside was changing, little by little, and that one day, her child would grow up in a place where love and color were celebrated by all. With a gentle kiss on her little one's forehead, Lily whispered a promise. "No matter what, my darling, I will always be here to fill your world with magic and love, one lullaby at a time." Chapter 3. The Color Rebellion. As the sun peeked through the clouds, Lily walked her little Violet to school, hand in hand. Along the way, they noticed something extraordinary, tiny bursts of color popping up all around them. A vibrant red flower here, a lush green leaf there. It was as if the world was waking up from a long, colorless dream. The children in the streets whispered excitedly to one another, pointing at the colourful surprises and wondering where they came from. Lily smiled, knowing that her secret lullabies were spreading joy and love to everyone around them. But as they turned the corner, they saw a group of grown-ups in dark uniforms. Lily's heart skipped a beat. She knew they were the colour catchers, who wanted to keep the world grey and dull. "Excuse me," one of the colour catchers said, looking at Lily suspiciously. "We heard rumours of someone singing strange songs that bring colour to the city. Do you know anything about this?" Lily's heart raced, but she stayed calm for Violet's sake. "No, sir. I don't know anything about magic songs or colours. I'm just taking my daughter to school." Just then, a brave little voice called out from the group of children. "We want colour!" The other children joined in, chanting and clapping. "We want to sing and dance and make the world bright." Lily watched in awe as the children marched forward, hand in hand, singing the same lullaby she used to bring colour to Violet's world. As their voices grew louder, the streets began to change. Grey buildings burst into a rainbow of hues, and dull sidewalks bloomed with vibrant patterns. The colour catchers looked around in shock, unsure of what to do. The children's song was too powerful, filled with love and unity. Lily joined in, her voice blending with the children's, and soon the whole neighbourhood was singing. From that day on, the people of the city worked together to fill their world with colour. They painted murals, planted gardens, and decorated every corner with bright, beautiful hues. Lily and Violet were at the heart of it all, their lullabies a reminder that with love and courage, anything is possible. As the sun set on the newly colourful city, Lily hugged Violet close. "Never forget the power of your voice, my darling," she whispered. "When we sing together, we can make magic happen." And so, the world that had once been a canvas of black and white was now a masterpiece of colour. All thanks to the love of a mother, the courage of a child, and the magic of a simple lullaby. Chapter 4. A Song of Unity. As the mother and children marched towards the city centre, their hearts were filled with hope and wonder. They sang the magical lullaby that had brought colour to their world, and with each note, the buildings around them shimmered and danced like a rainbow after a gentle rain. When they reached the main square, they saw a group of colour catchers blocking their path. The leader stepped forward, his face stern and grey. "Stop this foolishness," he said. "Go back to your homes and let the city be as it should be." But the mother stood tall, holding her child's hand. "We've seen the joy and beauty that colour brings," she said, her voice soft but strong. "We can't go back to a world without it." The leader shook his head. "Colour only causes trouble," he said. "We need to keep things in order." The children didn't listen. They kept singing, their voices growing louder and brighter with each word. The mother joined in, and soon the whole crowd was singing together. As the lullaby filled the air, something magical started to happen. The colours around them began to swirl and dance, making pictures and shapes that seemed to tell a story. It was the story of a world where everyone was free to be happy and love each other, no matter what. The colour catchers watched in amazement as the colours wove together, showing them a beautiful city where no one was afraid to be themselves. Slowly their frowns turned into smiles, and they started to sway to the music. The leader of the colour catchers stepped forward, his eyes shining with tears. "I see now," he said softly. "I see how happy colour can make people. I've been so busy trying to keep things in order that I forgot the most important thing. Love." He turned to the mother and the children, a big smile on his face. "Please keep singing. Show us the way to a brighter future." Hand in hand, the mother, her child, and the colour catchers joined the crowd in song. Their voices rose up in a joyful chorus, and as the last notes faded away, the whole city burst into a celebration of colour, laughter, and love. The mother looked at her child, feeling so proud and happy. "Always remember the magic of your voice, little one. When we sing together, we can make wonderful things happen." With a gentle squeeze of their hands, they stepped forward into the bright, colourful world they had created. They knew that as long as they had each other and the power of love and song, they could face any challenge that came their way. Chapter 5. A Song of Hope. As the mother and child walked through the city streets, a wondrous sight unfolded before their eyes. The once grey buildings now shimmered with vibrant hues, like a garden blossoming after a long winter's slumber. Everywhere they looked, the city was alive with color and joy. Children laughed and played, their voices ringing out like a symphony of happiness. People of all ages worked together to paint murals, plant flowers, and decorate every corner with the colors of the rainbow. It was as if the whole city had awakened from a monochrome dream, ready to embrace a brighter future. In the central square, the mother spotted the leader of the color catchers, who was helping a group of children hang a beautiful banner. When he turned and saw them, his eyes crinkled with warmth and kindness. "Thank you," he said, his voice filled with gratitude, "for showing us the magic of color and love. Together, we can make this city a place where everyone is free to be happy and true to themselves." The mother smiled, feeling a sense of hope and unity that she had never known before. She knew that change wouldn't happen overnight, but with each passing day, the city was becoming more beautiful and alive. As the sun began to set, the mother and child made their way home, walking hand in hand beneath the soft glow of colorful lanterns. The air was filled with music and laughter, and the mother's heart was full of joy. When they reached their house, the mother tucked her little one into bed and sat beside them, a gentle smile on her face. "I have a new song for you," she whispered, "a song about the magic that happens when we all work together and love one another." And so, with her child nestled close, the mother began to sing. Her voice was soft and sweet, filled with all the love and hope in her heart. As the melody danced through the room, the colors around them seemed to glow even brighter, as if they too were listening to the magical lullaby. The child's eyelids grew heavy, but before they drifted off to sleep, they murmured, "Mama, will you teach me the song tomorrow?" "Of course, my darling," the mother replied, pressing a gentle kiss to their forehead. "And together we'll share it with everyone in the city, so that we never forget the power of love and color." As the child's breathing slowed and the room filled with the peaceful sounds of sleep, the mother looked out the window at the transformed city below. She knew that there would be challenges ahead, but with her child by her side and a song of hope in her heart, she was ready to face anything. And so the story of the color revolution became a cherished tale, passed down from generation to generation. Though the city would face many changes and obstacles in the years to come, the spirit of love and unity that had been born on that magical day would never fade away. It would remain as bright and enduring as the colors that filled the streets, a testament to the power of a mother's love and the courage of a child's heart. The Bend. And there you have it, dear listener, another enchanting journey brought to life by the magic of storytelling. We hope that this tale has sparked your imagination and left you with a sense of wonder. As we close this chapter, remember that there's always another story waiting to be discovered. So keep your sense of curiosity alive and join us again for the next episode of Dream Bites. Until then, may your own adventures be filled with the same excitement and delight as the ones we've shared here. And always remember, the power of imagination knows no bounds. Thank you for being a part of the Dream Bites story. See you next time.
Close your eyes, let your mind ignite. The universe of stories shining bright. Imagination stage a canvas to create.